Hello everyone, this is Abhurva, a legal intern under Lexley Law Firm. So for today I'm going to talk about cyber terrorism in India. So basically this video talks about what is cyber terrorism and what are the punishments that are given to the cyber terrorists and how the act was amended. Using violent means to achieve political goals, especially by targeting innocent civilians, is a hallmark of terrorism. In the past 2 or 3 decades, the world has realized that terror can be inflicted not only through guns and bombs but also through digital networks and internets. These attacks can cause incalculable destructions, massive destructions to the government as well as the people because of today's humanity's dependence over the internet and information technologies. The incidence of cyber terrorism has been increasing for the past few decades and forced the cyber securities to adapt for defending the government information, the sensitive information and data from these cyber terrorists. India has increased number of internet users, which are called the netizens, after the USA and China. The over dependency on the internet has increased vulnerabilities and it turned over their aggressions into vengeance, which ultimately created the criminals and the cyber warriors and hostilities to the country. Most Indian citizens are insensitive towards cyber threats of being victimized by the virtual world. The cyber experts are working to strengthen more and more capacity to restrain cyber attacks over government systems, defense websites, financial and banking systems, and most important, nuclear facilities. So, what is the meaning of cyber terrorism? In simple words, when the terrorist organizations use the internet to achieve their goals and objectives, is considered as the act of cyber terrorism. As we all know, the information and communication technology, commonly referred as ICT, has changed the world but also created many ICT platforms for the increase of these terror attacks. The more mainstream idea of cyber terrorism also includes the hacking of government or private sectors to access sensitive information or even siphon funds to carry on their terrorist activities. However, there is no universally accepted definition for cyber terrorism. Now, what are the punishments for cyber terrorism? In India, the Information Technology Act 2000 defines and prescribes the punishment for cyber terrorism. This was amended in 2008 after the 26th November Mumbai attack, which shook the country, and eventually it made to amend this act. Amend this act to address the cyber terrorism threat to national security. So, accordingly to the amendment, Section 66F was inserted into the IT Act, which is the closest thing we have to a cyber terrorism act. According to IT Act, cyber terrorism is an act that is done with the internet to threaten the unity, integrity, security, or sovereignty of India, or to strike terror in people of India. A show that denies access to computer resources or attempts to access computer resource without authorization. The introduction of any computer containment is likely to cause death or injury to people or destruction of property, disrupting services that are essentially to the community's life, or adversely affecting the critical information infrastructure in the country. Attempting to access information or data that is restricted to ensure national security, public health and order, and good foreign relations. An act that promotes contempt of court, defamation, or incites others to commit an offense. The punishment for cyber terrorism in India is imprisonment, which may extend to life imprisonment, and even an attempt to commit cyber terrorism draws the same punishment, which is life imprisonment. Sometimes, in some circumstances, Section 121 of the Indian Penal Code is used to punish individuals, which is because as it covers waging of a war against the government of India. So, to protect ourselves against such attacks and counter the cyber terrorism, the India has to ensure the cyber security systems are put up to date and fully capable of fending them off. There needs to be more attention given to the training and encouragement of cyber security experts to meet the ever increasing demands in the country and all over the world. As an individual, we can also play a role by ensuring that we follow the cyber safety authorities and advisories and recommendations that are usually issued by our governments and information and communication technology institutions. Thank you. If you liked my video, so please subscribe to this Lex Click channel, so you'll be notified with our updates and new videos. Thank you.